speeches on making fake profiles just to stalk, just to talk. How about take a walk? All right, y'all. What's up, Pertees? We're here to talk about the situation with Wendy and Deshae Frost. If you don't know, she was recently on his Baddies Club situation. And I wanted to talk about it, but the reason I'm talking about it is because she actually went on her channel to discuss the issue. Because if you don't know, she was talking about the fact that Deshae should pay for her wig, or somebody in his camp, because her wig got damaged on his Baddies Club edition or whatever. So y'all let me know, do y'all feel like Deshae was in the right, or if Wendy is in the right? Who deserves what? Okay, because this is crazy. Now, okay, I don't know how much the actual compensation was for, but I do know that she said that before she got to the house, she paid for a $700 install, which I do know sometimes, depending on where you go, sometimes people can charge up to like $400 to $600 for one wig. She said that when you do the installs, it takes about $100 to $200 to install, and that seems about accurate. So I'm not sure what was what and how all it went into it, but I do know in the process of her going to the show, her wig did not appear to be on her head. She said it came completely off. I didn't see that shot because, of course, I guess they edited it out, but I did see her like in a bad mood, and she had a headband on most of the trip. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get into why I'm laughing in a second. Now, I do know that black women who have wigs normally do avoid water, but as her story went, she happened to be in the water, or a jet ski, or around a jet ski or something. Somebody ended up splashing some water, apparently from a jet ski, on her. And she was just trying to have fun, everything. If you don't know, they were supposed to be looking good, smelling good, acting good, and part of his show or whatever. Somehow she said the water that got on her took the wig off. To me, that seems as if you was drenched. Now, I can see if you fell in the water or fell in the ocean and your wig came off. But if you just get water doused on you and your whole wig came off, on a $700 install, they just seem like that was poorly done. To me, if you worry that much about an install, like, why get in the water? I'm confused. That's just my opinion. However, I do know I'm a person, I don't care if I have a wig on or not, which I normally don't, but I have braids if anything, but I'm gonna get in the water regardless, with my natural hair, without my natural hair. Like, I'm one of them girls, I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? Unless the water is just disgusting, but I'm gonna have a little fun. That's what the water's for. Jet ski, boat, all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it be the pretty girls, some of the baddies that swear up and down that they don't get themselves in the water, they don't get wet. That's them. They can do whatever they want to do. But apparently she got wet. So let's say that. But she said it wasn't Deshae. She said it was Deshae's man, Alex. Who I think is kind of like his cameraman. And that's who took her weave off. Now, she said that her and Deshae was cool before this, so I can't really imagine why she would be petty. But hey, I did notice she seemed to have had an attitude on the trip, and somebody even pointed it out, as she said on her video, that she had different energy with Prime when she was doing a video with Prime. It was definitely so much so, like, I didn't even know the girl could smile. And that was my first time being introduced to her, and I really didn't like her because she was always in a bad mood on Deshae's little situation. I don't know what all went down, but she seemed like she had beef with the whole situation. But she said she'd been knowing him for like 4 or 5 years, so that's confusing to me of why there would be an issue if you're so cool with him. But there was obviously an issue. So if you have an issue with somebody and then you come asking them to pay you, like, who you talking to? Like, I wouldn't even like pay you because you already had a bad mood the whole time. And I'm sure that he noticed it too, because like everybody noticed it, because when you was doing that interview with Prime, he said that basically you was feeling him, this and that, but you was all smiled, you was all giddy. And on top of that, y'all, this hair that's in the video is, I think, her hair. The girl has hair. So she never really had to wear a wig, but we never got to see her real hair. And why, I'm not sure. Because maybe, you know, I'm thinking that maybe she's thinking that people might be jealous because she got real hair. And some chicks do be jealous. I ain't gonna cap. And maybe she didn't want to intimidate nobody. Or if they're going to be fighting, she'd rather somebody pull her wig off than whatever. But back to the same story. If you got paid $700, it shouldn't have came out. That thing should have been glued to your motherfucking head. Like that Gorilla Glue girl. Like, it should not move for $700. That's like almost a G. That's almost like a band. Like, let's be figured for real. And if you got a G to pay on your hair, obviously you got money to get it restyled. Or do you? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if she was asking for the whole G back, because that's ridiculous. Or she was asking for the install amount, which is like $100, $200. Which she said that Deshae asked her, you think I'm your trick? I feel like if it was $100, $200, like Deshae would have just like gave it to her. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Because he also seems like a person that likes to teach people lessons too. So I don't know. But if she coming like for a band, I'd be like, girl, you think I'm your pimp? That's what I would have said. So I don't know what amount she came to him with. But anyway, I was starting to feel sorry for girl, because even one part on the boat, somebody put up on the screen like lice. And I was thinking like she said that she had lice. I'm like, the whole time I'm like, well, girl, if you just want your hair paid for, just say that. Don't be saying it's lice or this or that. Because if it was lice, like, you would pull that wig all the way off. You would have not been playing around. You wouldn't be doing none of this. So in my opinion, I feel like Deshae should not owe her anything, because first of all, allegedly he made it so everybody can come on the trip. He provided like the festivities, get her name out there. And if you know you're going to go somewhere, I feel like you need to plan accordingly, whether you have glue, whether you have that yellow can. Like, I don't really do like that, so I don't really know. Or wear your real hair. You know what I'm saying? Because her hair is gorgeous. Her hair look better than a wig. Let's be for real. So, I don't know what her reason for wearing a wig is, but I'm sure she had a reason. But the point is, Deshae is not her man. That's correct. Alan did it, but he technically did not touch her. He technically did not go to her head, snatch the wig off. No woman on the trip snatched the wig off. Now, if it was done in a bedroom, then you get it snatched out. That's different, but I don't think that was the reason either. She said it fell off in the water. So, in my opinion, I feel like you just out of luck. Just cop that other $200 and call it a day, or at least, you know, I don't feel like she would have asked Prime that. I just don't, because it seemed like she was like really kind of like flirtatious with Prime just a little bit. I don't feel like she would have asked Prime for a whole install, because he probably would have just told her what she can do. But the fact that she came with Deshae and she claimed that she like knew him and this and that was just crazy to me. And it's really giving her a bad rap, in my opinion, to people who probably don't want to work with her no more. Because if she's there demanding about some water getting on her, then imagine if like something else minor happened. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she didn't get hit. She didn't get like abused or nothing like that. She literally just got wet. And her hair came out. So I feel like she was not prepared, or she didn't take the precautions to make sure she didn't get wet, so her hair would not fall off. And I don't feel like that's nobody's fault but her own. But y'all let me know down below. Do you think Deshae should pay, or she need to just get over it and pay the extra $100, $200 to get it reinstalled herself? She had the band to put it on, allegedly, so let's pay it and get it re-put on. I don't know. What y'all think?